Live.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Stones Whisper. Here we are on a Sunday, a little bit unusual for us, but we're ready to play. And I guess we'll just jump right in. So, Shauna, can you please give us the recap from last session?
I sure can. Yes, so we made our way back to the boat and then kind of began our journey back to the town that's name I forget the roadside place. Um,
Oh, Borskier Bridge
yes,
and
that's the
Bolo's
one.
side in.
Yep,
It
yep,
was
yep,
so
yep.
funny. I was reading through the notes and I was like, holy smokes, I thought that was like 3 sessions ago.
No. I know. Time moves weird. But anyway, on our boat ride back there, Cassandra filled us in on what had happened with her. Uh, and she said that the issue is even bigger than we had thought. It is not just a Waterdeep issue. They seems to be planning a full-on invasion or war with the Sword Coast, and this is kind of step one. They seem to be trying to damage the governments of major cities, and there was talk of something similar happening at Baldur's Gate. Rage Chaser had mentioned the name of someone else there, so it might be a good lead. I think Rimzu McImro, and so we're going to look in on that. Our boat journey continued. We were attacked by water elementals. And also, right as we were attacked, Eva and Cora kind of clocked one of the floating eyeballs that they had seen following them before, watching again, which I think Eva disabled that. Also, the elementals seemed to be very focused on Dimble specifically. It looked like they were, I don't know, you don't hire an elemental, but they were something. They were there to get rid of him.
Yeah, they were there to clean up
But
the evidence, I guess.
yes, but Turnip caught 2 out of 3 of the elementals in a hypnotic pattern, and the rest was taken care of quickly. And I believe we just sailed on down the river. Um, yeah, and we're unbothered for the rest of the journey. Uh, I'm skimming over a bunch of things that not important. A lot of weird things happened. Then I have a highlighted quote that's just Cassandra looking disappointed and saying to think the fate of the world may rest in their hands. As the group I'm gonna blame the whole group, but it may or may not have just been one of us. Got it shenanigans in the boat, it's fine. So we made it back to Borskier Bridge just as the sun was setting. We returned both boats to Bolo, and she was very thrilled to have them back. So she actually gave us some money back for the second one. We got some rooms and took Dimble into one of the private rooms and cast Zone of Truth and asked him some questions. Confirmed he was the real Dimble. And said that he kind of didn't mean to get into this, but just sort of wanted to feel important. And people were finally talking to him, and he got swept away in this plot and ended up, betraying Hal and giving away information on Hal and his father and their whereabouts and all of that. So I think the next morning we stayed the night and then went back to Waterdeep. Went and saw Lady Silverhand herself. I think Dimble was turned in for justice, and then we kind of filled in Lady Silverhand on all of our findings and what we knew and what we had learned. I'm skimming because I wrote down way too much from this this discussion. She let us know that Force Grey was disbanded at the last council meeting, which was one of the points that one of the Masked Lords we thought had been corrupted or replaced was trying to do. So that's no good. And so we set up a plot for Waterdeep, or not Waterdeep, for Baldur's Gate. Or rather, she gave us her blessing to kind of carry on in this investigation, and that she and the city would help us out doing our thing. We made it back to, I think we discussed a lot of things. I'm skimming over. We made it back to Cassandra's, and then we kind of discussed our plot to get investigating in Baldur's Gate, which is where we decided we would go. And I think we landed on that we were going to have Turnip pretend to be a noble, and sell the rest of us as bodyguards and assistants and who knows, and kind of infiltrate the city there and see what we can turn up. Turn up. Yeah, I think there is a little bit at the end where Turnip felt mocked by the group and took off with Tucker, and Cora went after him to apologize because she was maybe being a little bit of a dick. Yeah, I think we last left off with Turnip and Tucker making everyone dinner, and we were discussing our concrete plans for when we were leaving. There we go.
Excellent. Thank you. That is a very thorough recap. And we'll bring us over to Waterdeep. Where, yes, so I believe you guys had long rested your characters. We had sort of spent the night, and then the plan, my understanding of the plan was that today you guys were going to be ready to get, you guys were going to get yourselves ready to head out towards Baldur's Gate. So I don't know if you just want to hop on with the preparations that have been made by Cassandra. She and some of her staff, I guess probably her and Tucker, who seems to be the only staff she has these days, are have gotten things set for you. They've worked well into the night. They have purchased a like a cart wagon means of transport, I guess, for you to go, with the understanding that Turnip will be playing a merchant and the rest of you will be sort of like bodyguards.
I think the idea was for us to teleport there because, like, it's a long ass way down from here to.
Teleport there.
Yeah, because otherwise, by the time we get there, this camp, like their mission will be complete, and we'll just arrive
Yeah,
to
it's like a month
ruins.
there, I think.
That's right. Yes, that was
Yeah.
that was the plan. So in that case, there would be no. Oh my goodness, Kirsty, use your words. There would be no cart or anything like that, but she would certainly have clothes ready for you. So she'd have some finer clothes for a Turnip and some like livery, I guess, for the rest of you.
I do have a question.
Should...
Yeah, go on.
Oh no, I was going to say, I think we're about to say the same thing, so by all means.
Yeah. Okay. The question is, what do we do for Eva? Like, this is a question posed to the group, because who is going to believe that Eva is a bodyguard? She is barely 5 foot tall. She is like 130 pounds soaking wet. She is not bodyguard material.
Personal servant.
Eva would glare at you for that.
I mean, you want the honest argument, I think, is that he introduced, if you ever get introduced to anybody, because let's be honest, nobles, you'd just be introduced as a personal servant, but anybody who looks at you would immediately know, like, personal spy master. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the worst idea.
Or if we want to make her suffer, she could be Turnip's wife. That could be fun.
As much as Eva would hate that idea, like talking as the player, I think that's probably the best bet. Eva absolutely fucking hates that idea, but I also think it's the best idea.
Do it. Yeah, because I think I was his assistant.
Yeah.
But like people would look at her and just be like, "Yeah, that's not normal assistant." Hal obviously is bodyguard. I think Eva's also a good liar, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Other suggestions, options, thoughts, internal monologues.
I mean, being a like low-level noble trying to establish things, having a personal spy master would raise some questions. Whereas wife is just like, oh yeah, sure, she's his wife, whatever.
The real question is, are you charismatic enough to keep up with Turnip and selling it?
Eva can try.
You have expertise in deception, don't you?
I have expertise in deception and reliable talent. I think she can just about cope. She will hate
All
every
right.
moment of it, but she can just about
I'm
cope.
here for the Turnip Eva kiss. Let's do it.
Oh,
my
that's
God,
not
yes.
happening. That's not happening.
No,
0%.
you have to sell it. No, you have
So
to
what?
sell
It's
it.
a marriage that's
A loveless
dead?
marriage.
Just a
Wow.
dead marriage?
No, you
Is that
guys have
really
to
what we
sell it.
wanna
I want to
introduce
see hand
ourselves
holding.
Why?
I want to see hand holding. I want to see some canoodling at a party.
Oh God.
Do it. Do it.
No.
You
Wife,
must.
yes. PDAs, no.
You have to. We have to sell it. You got to commit to the bit. Come on. Eva's like a master spy or whatever. She would commit to the bit.
And honestly, if we're gonna do this, I think Turnip should have a say in the matter.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that is also
I was
very
just going to
100%.
say, what does Turnip think of all this plan?
This is in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say I just walked in with some food in my mouth. And I'm holding it. What's going on? What are we doing?
So
Planning.
we need to work out the cover story for the group. Obviously, you're the noble. Obviously, Hal is your bodyguard. Obviously, Cora is your assistant. But what the fuck am I?
Wife.
Mm.
I'm
Cora
pretty
looks
tall,
manic.
so Eva's pretty short.
Yeah.
Does Eva look young?
I don't think she would pass for your daughter, if that's what you're thinking. I think she looks like she's within a couple of years of Turnip. Like I think she's the oldest one in the group, but she doesn't
Mhm.
look massively old.
I mean, we're all within like 5 years, I think.
Yeah. She
Well,
certainly
I
doesn't.
don't know. You use my clothing designer or something like that. I don't know.
Why doesn't she play your wife, your doting lover?
I don't know. I'm kind of into taller women.
So am I.
Unbelievably fair.
I mean, look at this. I'm gonna stand right up next to her and like with my hand to my like top of my head and like measure it. God, look at this shit. I can't even see. Listen, I see right over her.
Yes, it's cute.
I don't know about that.
I'm not saying you actually have to love her. I'm just saying you pretend to.
Pretend. I don't know.
It's a ruse. We're doing this whole thing. It's like an undercover spy story. It's not your type. It's the noble you're playing. It's their type.
Well, who the hell? What y'all want me to look like?
Great question.
I mean, you're
What's the like? Is there a certain demographic that's the ruling class in Baldur's Gate?
I mean, Baldur's Gate is predominantly a mercenary city.
Mm.
So, like, the head of the city is the head of the Flaming Fist, which is the mercenary guild. But there would also be, you know, an echelon of sort of nobles, a lot of them probably coming from military backgrounds. And it's Baldur's Gate is predominantly human, I believe.
Mm.
But it is a large enough city. We're talking like 125,000 people.
Mm.
So it's
Okay.
a city there would be a good mix, but it is predominantly human.
Okay, and we want to blend in as much as possible. So probably human.
You've had formal etiquette training, yeah?
who?
Eva. I would assume with your background, you would have been trained on how to act around like nobles.
A little bit of training when I was Lorena's arm candy, but nothing overly formal. Like she's not high in the well, she wasn't high in the family.
In that case, I suggest you spend today getting a crash course from Cassandra, and you go as his advisor and etiquette tutor.
I mean, that could be a thing.
Oh, that's fun.
Because I mean, we could sell that. He's a lesser noble, so A, he may not have been born noble, and B, he's not from Baldur's Gate, so they're going to have different etiquette there. So
I thought we were going the noble route. Kirsty, sorry.
Is he old money or is he new money? Like, we haven't really figured out his backstory.
What are you? Well, listen. Whatever. I'll do whatever y'all decide. I'm gonna fish. I'm gonna go fish. Yo, Tuck. Hey, Tuck.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on. Daylight's burning.
Right behind you.
Come on. Why to leave this place? Get one good fish in.
In the garden.
You said what? You said what?
Grubs.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
He heads out with you.
No.
Okay.
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back in time. Don't worry.
All right. Have fun. I'll turn to the group. So we don't need his permission. So
I would really rather not be his wife.
Oh, it'd be so fun. No, not fun. It would be the best sell, I think. Because that way we don't have to worry about like 2 crash courses, you know.
I mean, it would require require the fewest questions to get there.
Yeah, if there's less questions, you don't have to like play a different part. It's already kind of sold. You also don't have to do a lot of interacting. You don't want to. I think it's just the simplest, and we all know about simplicity and not complex plots.
I hate it, but I think you're right.
Okay, so decision has been made to make Eva Tucker's wife. And you guys are
no, that's Cassandra. Turnip's wife.
Yes.
Why did
I'm manifesting.
Turnip's wife, and you guys have decided that Turnip is going to be a noble. Eva is going to be his noble wife. Cora is going to be their assistant, and Hal is going to be the bodyguard. So with that, Cassandra will make sure that you are all properly equipped for the journey. And she tells you that she has arranged for you to be teleported directly to your new residence in Baldur's Gate.
Cool.
Oh, beautiful.
I also requested that Cassandra spend some time helping me try and figure out what Eva is before we leave.
So I just, before we do that, is there anything else that you guys want to prep for the actual journey to Baldur's Gate?
I will send a note to, I guess, work saying that I'm going to be away for a long while. It's all part of, I guess, Mr. Jonah Jameson knows the drill now, so if I just say it's continuing the investigation, he won't ask too many questions.
Yeah, probably be fine with that.
Yeah, he's kind of
he's in the loop a little bit.
So he's you won't receive a message back from him before you leave, but it's reasonable to assume that he's not going to be upset with you for these decisions.
Listen, this is going to be one hell of a story when it breaks.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why he's encouraging this. Okay, so with that, Cassandra asks everyone except Eva to sort of make themselves scarce. Turnip and Tucker are fishing. Hal and Cora, where do you guys go? What do you do?
Hal's going to. Well, Hal probably spent part of last night having Cora help him document everything that they've learned so far. And he's going to create a little written missive, and he's going to go see a certain mass lord to pass some information on. That's where he's going to bugger off to now.
Sounds good.
I would like to have Cora sit in on it if that is possible, unless she's got something else she wants to do. She's been she's the reason I'm questioning this so far, and I think it's only fair that she gets to find out firsthand with me.
I mean, she would never say no. Yes, there's one other little thing I want to do, but it shouldn't take very long. So absolutely, I want to sit on this.
Okay. So Hal, you finish up your missive and you head on out to a certain masked lord. And Cora and Eva, you are sitting with Cassandra in her kitchen. She says, I have pulled together some items that I think will help us. I think the first thing that I would like to discover is the root of your abilities. And so this first spell that I would like to cast with your permission, Eva, would allow me to see where your abilities stem from. Is it wild magic? Is it granted to you by the gods? Just sort of the root, if you will, of where it comes from. And I think that's a good place for us to start.
Okay.
She's got some. She's been working on this. She's got some notes beside her, you see, and she starts to pull out what mostly looks like simple kitchen ingredients. You know, a dash of this, a bit of that. She's got a mortar and pestle that she grinds up, and she smears into a paste with some rose-smelling oils that she adds into it. And she looks at you and she smiles and she says, "It normally smells terrible, so I add the oil to this to make it smell at least a little bit more pleasant."
Thank you.
And then what she does is she hands it to you and she says, "Dab a bit of this on your eyelids, and it will show you things that cannot normally be seen. And in this case, it will show you the root of your powers."
Oh,
And she takes a
interesting.
little bit and she dips it on her eyelids, and she hands you the bowl and says, "Just take a dab on your finger and dab it onto your eyelid."
Okay. Eva does so.
Okay. And she invites Cora to do the same. She's like, "Cora, if you wish, you can participate in this as well."
Absolutely. So
Okay.
nosy.
So you dab a little bit on your eyelids, and then she says, "Both of you, please close your eyes." And she recites a spell in the arcane language, and then she says, "Open your eyes." And when you open your eyes, you are surrounded by light. So much light that it's not real light, if this makes sense. It's kind of in your head. It's magical light, but it's so bright in your mind's eye that it actually takes a second for you to adjust to it.
Yeah.
And once that light adjusts, you find yourself sort of in a, like I said, it's bright, and it looks like a landscape, except nothing like any landscape you've ever seen before. It is There are rivers, and the rivers are not just blue, but they sort of shimmer with pinks and purples and greens, almost like an iridescent water is moving through them. The land itself is lush and green, with strange plants growing, trees that have these strange twisted stems, that sort of not like gnarled and twisted, more sort of undulate as they move upwards. And then these leaves that are blues and pinks and just these sort of strange, unusual colors, beautiful fields of flowers. and the clouds and the sun in the sky. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful. And you see creatures flying. In fact, a creature flies past that looks not unlike Pearl of Ash. It's sort of dragony shaped with some wings. It's a little bit different. There's a flock of them that fly in the sky, and Cassandra says, "Do you see this?
I
Do you see this?"
I hope so. I sincerely hope so. Otherwise, I don't know what you've put in my system.
She says, "Good. We are the source of your power, Elysium."
Oh, in Elysium, that's in the upper heavenly planes? Question mark.
Yes, it is a place that embodies good.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint.
Well, the interesting thing about Elysium is that while it embodies good, it has no other alignment. It is not lawful or chaotic. It just is good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this means that you are from here or tied to it in some way.
Interesting.
She sort of like wipes the oil from her eyes, and she says, "When you're ready, wipe the oil away, and the vision will dissipate."
Eva takes another couple of seconds to look around, and then does wipe the oil from her eyes. I'm not sure what
She
to make
says,
of
"I
that.
have to say, this wasn't what I was expecting. Uh, maybe next time you're back in Waterdeep, we can do some more searching into where this comes from."
Yes, please, I'd appreciate that. I really would like some answers.
Of course, we'll get to the bottom of it together.
Thank you.
Cora, as all this is happening, you're seeing all these same things as well. Do you stay? Do you put the
Holy.
oil on your eyes?
um, I mean, I feel like as a cleric, this is a pretty big deal. Um, even just seeing this is so cool. So as long as I can hear them talking, I think I'm gonna watch just here for a while. But eventually, I'll wipe it from my eyes and come back and just stare at Eva.
Can you guys both make me insight checks?
Yeah.
Where's my character sheet? There it is. Insight.
Ugh,
Normal
18.
roll. There's 14.
Okay. So you can both tell that Cassandra looks a little bit flummoxed. She was clearly expecting something else, and this is not what she was expecting.
Mm.
Cora, you get the vibe that she feels slightly troubled by this,
Hmm.
but you're not sure why, and she doesn't really expand upon. Like, she doesn't really say anything about that. It's just kind of the body language vibe that you're getting from her.
Okay, interesting.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try something then. I'm gonna turn to Eva and I'm gonna speak in Celestial.
Mm-hmm.
Can you understand what I'm saying?
I can.
Ooh. Have you learned Celestial? Is this boring? And you're like, I studied that.
No, I've not studied Celestial.
Oh my god. Okay, this is fun.
She thinks for a moment, and then like she starts talking in kind of faltering Celestial as if it's coming from quite far away. Like, I don't know how I would understand that,
I mean,
let alone speak it.
I think we just got a pretty good hint.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, shit. I mean, I know we called you Angel before, but I didn't know it was quite so literal.
That's
Damn. All right.
weird.
Kind of hot. I mean, cool. Are you all right?
I'm confused. That gave me a lot to think about.
Well, no kidding. Fascinating. No, we have things. I was going to say I have the plane shift amulet. We can go, but no, we have things to do. Oh my god! What if we just like go up there and start knocking on doors, being like, "Are you Eva's father?" Like, oh, okay, no, okay. Hear me out. After all this is done, we're going on a field trip.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say no. Fantastic. All right.
Okay, and while Eva is making some interesting self-discoveries, Hal, you are you have a missive you are heading and you're giving to, I assume, to your dad.
That is the plan.
Okay. So you go home.
I don't think he's
Your dad's
at home.
there.
He's staying at the palace, isn't he?
I guess he would still be there. So I just sort of assumed that he went home afterwards, but it would make sense he would stay there because they're after him.
I mean, if
Yes.
he's gone home, I was going to go to the palace first, but if he's gone home, that's fine. I don't know what kind of wards he has or ways of staying hidden, but they found him at that house.
I think
So
he would have put some protections in place and gone home. I can't see him wanting to stay in the palace forever, simply because he has to pretend to be a mass lord the whole time he's there.
sure,
Um,
cool.
so yeah, so you go to the palace and you learn that the mass lord has departed, and so from there you head back to your house. And you do probably notice there's a few sort of wards and things scratched into the door. They don't look like much, but you're at a point now where you kind of know what to look for, and you're realizing that like some of those things you saw when you were a bit younger, it's all kind of like 2 and 2 are making 4 all of a sudden.
That's a stretch for Hal. I don't. He's put it
Well,
anything together yet.
maybe
2
not.
and 2 is still equal 5 for him.
He's doing his best.
So your dad's there and he's working out. And just getting out some of the tension. He's doing some exercise. He's punching the punching bag, getting kind of just back into his body a little bit
Mhm.
after having been, you know, forced into this diplomatic world, which is something he feels is really important, but not something that he really loves. And he loves just, being in the moment, testing himself, testing his strength. And so he's doing a little bit of that when you come in the house.
Yeah, Hal just kind of like leans in the doorway and he'll wait until he's done whatever set he's working on. And then it's going to be trivia day with his father as we're going to go through like who won the 1962 World Series, who is the first crown champion to defend the title 4 times kind of thing. He's going to quiz him on all this arena lore to make sure it is the same guy he thinks it is.
You get through about 3 questions before he's like, "Enough, I'll show you. Come here.
Okay.
Try and take me."
All right, yeah, and we'll arm wrestle. And I assume I
Okay.
probably still can't win, but right.
Let's do check. Strike check.
Jeez. This is when I roll a 20 and never trust my father again, isn't it? 23.
No damn.
Uh-oh.
Wow, that's a good roll. He's only got a +5 to his strength, so oh, he beat you by 1.
Oh, jeez.
He rolled a
Good.
19.
It'd be bad.
Yeah, I'm glad he won because otherwise, yeah, Hal would have been like, I don't trust you anymore. Yeah, so he'll just be like, you still got it. And he'll start reaching into like the plate mail and pull out the missive. We've prepared this. It's everything we've learned. And I'm sure you've probably heard, but in case you haven't, Dimble's been apprehended.
He says, "Yes, I was filled in. I'm so sorry."
It's an unfortunate turn of events, but I'm working on hopefully getting him exonerated. I've hired an attorney.
Probably a good idea. Poor Dimble. He's always been a bit of a blowhard, but he's our blowhard.
That he is. I can you ensure that if anybody is going to go question him, it's always in like groups of 3? I'd like to limit the possibility that he's killed in his cell.
Absolutely. I'll make sure that he's safe. Don't worry.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're doing well. Glad you've finally been able to return home. I've got to collect a few things from my room. We're leaving. We're heading to Baldur's Gate for a spell.
Baldur's Gate. Right?
The
Well, be
theory
careful, son.
is the theory is that this extends past just this city. They seem to be infecting the whole of the Sword Coast.
That is extremely concerning. If they're going to do what they've done to us to the whole of the Sword Coast, it could be potentially even worse than we thought.
Yes, well, our patrons seem to share that sentiment, so we're going there to have a look around. I'm really not sure what we'll accomplish, but I go where I'm told.
Well, I think you'll enjoy Baldur's Gate. It's a great city. I did some fights there in my youth. There's lots of fighters there. Lots of strong people. You'll like
I
it.
look forward to crushing them.
And he gives you like the big bear hug. And he says, "Be safe, son."
I will, and
Great.
you as well. And Hal's gonna run upstairs to his room, and in his room there's like a little foot locker at the end of the bed. He just opens that up and he rifles around through it. He ends up pulling out a scrap of like blue fabric, probably about the size of a bandana, and shoving it into his breastplate. And he pulls out a piece of paper. Looks like maybe it was a poster at one point, and folds it up and puts it into his pack. And he's gonna head out.
Sorry, one sec. I can't hear anything.
Oh, Hal.
Hmm.
I'm so sorry. My dog decided to play with his bone and smash it on the floor as you were speaking that last little bit. I heard about the blue bandana and then I missed the rest.
Yeah, he pulls out what looks like an old, slightly faded poster and folds it up and puts it into his pack as well.
Okay, awesome. All right, so with that, I guess Turnip. Fishing with Tucker. Are we gonna see if you catch anything?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do some survival checks.
I forgot you gave me or rather you let
Proficiency with a
me
fishing rod.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I forgot to
Fishing
roll it
proficiency.
in my tool section. You gave it to me a while. You let me have it a while ago. I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, I forgot to use it. Well, I got a +3 now.
Awesome. Yes, you should be good at fishing.
No.
Oh, no.
But that's the thought that
Oh,
counts. I should spend
boy.
time with Tuck. That's
That was
it.
an attempt, yeah.
Well, Tucker rolled a nat 20. I accidentally rolled it to GM, but
Oof.
he rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
So he catches something. So he'll share breakfast with you. There's a little bit of a ribbon. You lost your touch there, Turnip.
Okay, I like
You're
to
not
point out
putting
that
on. You got to use the crawlies I have. You're using the wrong crawlies. I told you got to tie your fly like this. You always tie it your way, and your way sucks. Tie it like this.
what did I tell? Hey, you know what? Hey, wrestling match right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come on, you and me. Come on.
Tucker like stands up and he just like dives at you, and he rolls a 7.
Athletics.
Yeah.
All right, not much better than this.
You win.
I'm gonna put him in a headlock. I'm gonna put him in a full Nelson. Say Matei! Say Matei!
Never! Never!
Say it! All right, I'll let him go. That was a reference to Bloodsport, if anybody's watched that movie.
I have.
I have.
Incredible.
He
We just laugh.
Hey,
Just laugh, have a good time.
I have a question for you. What
Yeah.
do you think? What do you think about the Lady Cassandra?
What do I think? Well, what do you mean when I think
Oh,
about her?
yes.
Like a person, as her job, as an employer?
As a person, as a lady.
I mean, she's a perfectly nice lady. She pays us. She's nice. She ain't try to screw us over. She ain't. She ain't. Uh. Um. Uh. She ain't. What that word again?
Mean?
Yeah, she like that word where she like like when Cora came up, she was apologizing, making fun of us for the way we talk.
Oh, she ain't mean.
Yeah. She ain't mean, she's nice. She lets us walk into the kitchen, eat her food. I mean, that's pretty good. I think she fit right in growing up in Yokun.
Right?
I mean, I like her. I like for her to visit one day. Maybe she'll live there. She's rich. I mean, she can help out. It'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
That'd be
Yeah.
nice. Why are you asking, anyways?
I'm just asking.
All right.
Okay.
I love him so much.
Is there anything? This is why I love it when players come up with NPCs because they always come up with the best NPCs. Is there anything else that you guys want to do? I think Cora, you said there was something else you wanted to do in Waterdeep before you left.
Yes, but
I have a quick
there's
request
something
as
else,
well,
yeah,
but
go ahead.
like if Eva's going to be wife in this thing, there is no reason for her to be wearing armor, and she is not going to feel good without wearing said armor, and that's one thing that would make her settle into the role better if there's some way she can get around that.
I would think it would be reasonable that you could wear we could work out something where the shopkeep who is making your clothing can build some armor undergarments.
Okay.
So like basically like you're wearing leather armor, right?
She's wearing studded leather. Yeah, she's wearing studded leather.
Yeah, so studded leather corset. It means, your arms are a little bit at risk, but you're not gonna, if you're getting stabbed, you still got something to kind of protect you kind of idea. Probably
Okay.
not the most comfortable. But I don't think wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for you to walk around unarmored either.
No.
And I certainly don't want to hamper you in your ability to play the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Cassandra will have some custom. She won't have them right away. They'll get sent to Baldur's Gate, but they'll be there by the time you get there or that day.
Okay.
In fact, Baldur's Gate probably has some specialists that can do that kind of armor because Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Okay.
Eva's gonna look like every traditional video game female protagonist.
Hell yeah.
19 AC, it's just a metal bra.
No complaints on this end.
D&D.
Unrealistic female armor. We should get Hallen some. Anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone's armor should be slutty.
All right, and Cora, what did you want to do?
So I have a contact I want to get in contact with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember their name.
That makes it tricky.
Oh yeah, okay. They're in my backstory questions. Yes, I know a Harper, and I just wanted to see if they had any information.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would. It's the beginning of the day. I still have all my spells. Yes, yes. So I would send him a sending, and just say, "Hello, I'm inside your head now. That's fun." Right. Sorry. Word limit. I need
Sorry, word
information.
limit. Do you say that?
Yeah, absolutely. I need information. Meet me at 9. And that's it.
You hear a voice back saying, "Now I'm the one in your head. See you there."
Oh, wonderful. I assume I do that in the same room as I think Eva if we're together. It's not a. I'm not that secretive.
Okay.
I don't know if this contact will want me to bring someone else, but do you want to come and be near?
Yeah, I can be your insurance policy.
Fine. It's fine. You're both sketchy, so it should be all right. Sketch and sketch kind of balances out.
Yeah.
I get along.
Sure.
Okay. It's just obviously don't ask how anyone knows anything. I don't think I have to explain that to you.
I get by on not asking questions.
Wonderful. All right.
All right. So when you get to your home, there is a male dwarf leaning against the door, smoking a pipe. And he's
Hello.
flicking a coin up and down in his hand.
Long time no see. How are you?
Has been a while. You gave me such a shock when you spoke in my head. Thanks for that.
I kind of wish I would have been watching to see it, but it's fine.
Glad it worked. Nearly spilled my drink.
Unforgivable.
Next time I'll have to try harder. Oh, Berlin, this is Eva, Berlin.
Ma'am?
Both.
Eva
helpful
gives him
to
the
me.
nod, the high nod.
Yep. He gives it back.
Now I feel like I'm in the middle of something fun. Okay. Yeah, let's step inside. I have questions.
He waits for you to unlock the door and then steps in behind you and makes himself right at home at your place. Goes to your pantry, pulls out a bottle of wine.
Oh yeah.
Pours himself a glass, pours the two of you a glass, sits down on your couch and says, "What's up?"
Okay. Where to start? You remember the gargoyle attacks? Of course you do.
Yeah, kind of hard to forget. And he
Yes.
shows his forearm, and there's 4 long scratches along it. Look like they're healing quite
Nice.
nicely.
Ooh, rugged.
Yeah, it's important to all the ladies.
Honestly, it's kind of hot. Have you gathered any information on that? What's the talk about goings on in the city recently? I mean, not just that, but the goings on in the city recently. I'm sure you've heard lots. What
I've
can you
heard you've
share
been
with
poking your
me?
nose around in it.
I've poked my nose around in everything. That's my thing. But you are specifically very good at this, and I just want to know anything interesting that's popped up.
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard magic, red wizards.
Mm-hmm.
Heard ties to another plane.
Oh, all right.
Heard Fae.
Uh-huh.
Heard there's
Yes.
a gnome in jail they're questioning.
Have you heard anything
Hmm.
about the questioning for that yet?
It's given so many answers, I don't know which ones to believe.
That tracks.
I don't think he's quite right in the head. It's fine. I mean, it's probably for the best, honestly. That means no one got any information out of it. Well, it's
Also heard they're keeping him in a special cell to make sure that he can't be tracked with magic.
oh, good, wonderful.
Good. That's good to hear.
Okay, good to know. And has there been any in the last few days movement at the Depaches?
He kind of leans back and says, "The Apaches."
Yes.
Yeah, there's been a lot of inning and outing in the middle of the night at the Apaches, but I don't know, maybe a bit more than usual.
Mm. Deliveries recently?
Sorry, any?
Sorry,
Sorry, what did
pardon.
you
I
ask?
asked. Deliveries recently.
Some weird ones in the middle of the night. Some weird spell components.
Mm. I would pay close attention to that. Closer attention to that.
Thanks for the tip.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this,
And
if
you,
you're involved in
mhm.
this in any way, be careful. People are dying.
Oh God, don't I know it? I had my first assassination attempt the other day. That was fun.
Congrats.
No, it was awful. I threw up. um, yes, no, I've been poking around in this, and I don't know.
Well,
It's all a bit, yeah.
if you're involved, I'll keep my ear to the ground and I'll see what I can dig up for you.
Yes, and please do keep me informed about the gnome.
Will do.
We don't want anything happening to him.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, and he kind of looks at Eva and then looks back at you and says, "I think my people are taking care of that."
Okay, good.
Good to hear.
I hope so. Anything else strange that feels sort of out of the ordinary or unconnected? I mean, we've been finding a lot of things that are seemingly random or all. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying this. It's all connected. There's a lot of the gargoyles, the assassinations, the chaos, the portals. I don't know.
There's been a weird uptick in the spice trade.
Oh, what specifically?
Spices from Chult. Don't know if it's related.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
fascinating.
Maybe
Is this the
someone
second time?
smuggling. Sorry.
Hasn't Chult also come up recently? And somewhere else?
Chult.
I think we had talked about Chult a bit with um there were silks from Chult that had been brought, and that was where the smuggled supplies were hidden under.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Maybe the
I mean, yes,
smugglers are
this one.
they're changing their distribution method.
Perhaps yes, before it was that, but it was intercepted.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you could keep me informed on that, if you find anything, that's strange.
Absolutely. I'll look into it.
Wonderful. And how are you? That's also important. You're like a garbage friend. All business, no fun.
He smiles and sort of leans back in the chair and says, I've been doing well. Her wife and the kids are keeping me busy as usual.
Oh, lovely. How are the little ones?
Ugh. The youngest doesn't want to learn how to smith. And, my wife's family, it's their whole tradition. It's been a big blowout, but he'll learn. He'll learn whether he wants to or not.
Oh God, what does he want to do?
To be a dressmaker, which is fine. I keep telling him, just learn to smith and then you can be a dressmaker.
You
But
can
no.
incorporate the two, make like sort of dresses with metal implement, like armored dresses.
Yeah, I don't think there's much call for that.
I would buy them. Actually, tell him I want one. If he wants to make one, I'll buy it.
Interesting. I'll look into it.
Perfect.
Thanks for the idea.
Thank him for the future armored dress. And yeah, I think let's just kind of chat for a bit and then.
Yeah, chat a little bit.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else that anyone else wants to do before we teleport?
Hal is going to go have a drink at his and Dimble's old haunt.
Oh.
Okay. You go there and it's weird. You see, the regulars who are there, and you get asked, "Where's your buddy?"
Oh, he's off for a while. He's gone away for a little while. So just me tonight, Jack.
Well, here, you have one on me. And,
Cheers. And he's gonna
I've been missing
take
him.
the beer and sit at like just an empty table. And he takes his
Aw.
ring of mind shielding off and he just puts it in his pocket.
Oh.
Interesting.
And he's gonna sit there and drink until like he's gonna leave himself just enough time to get back to wherever he has to be for the teleportation.
When you take off your ring of mild shielding, mind shielding, there is an almost immediate response. You've only had it off for maybe a minute when you hear a scratching sound on the floor next to you. And you hear a little voice that says, "We've been looking for you, buddy."
Al just kind of like he doesn't even get out of his seat. He just looks over the side of the table. What is he looking at?
Nothing. There's nothing there.
He kind of leans back in his seat to look relatively normal and pick up his beer and goes, "Not exactly a pleasant way to make somebody's acquaintance. Who are you? Why are you looking for me?"
You can call me Peter. I always wanted a human name. Peter. It sounds so normal. And exotic at the same time. Peter.
Right, Peter. That's the first part of the question. Why have you been looking for me?
Oh, my boss is pissed at you. Oh, he's angry. Like so angry.
Well, I
Ridiculously
suppose
angry.
that makes two of us then.
Oh, you're angry at you too?
Myself, you, your boss.
Oh, you're just an angry person. Oh, I get it. I'm an angry person too sometimes. Do you know what is the best? Take it out
No,
on
but I
someone else.
suspect you'll tell me. Yeah, that's not what
Watch
you were
this.
going to say.
Watch this. And all of a sudden, you hear like that little scratching noise again, and you hear a sound that sounds like maybe wings. It's hard to tell. And then all of a sudden, a beer mug gets spilt over onto someone's lap, and a bit of a brawl breaks out. It's stifled quickly by the owners, but why'd you knock that over? I didn't knock it over. Fuck you, man! And the fists start to fly, and then they get separated immediately. And then you kind of hear like that back in the opposite seat from you. See, made me feel better. You should try it.
Friend that would get along very well with you, I suspect.
Oh, the chaos bitch. Yeah. She is quite funny.
Yeah, Hal's face goes like really stern, for a second and just staring at the emptiness in front of him and says, "You'll watch your words for the rest of this meeting."
Sorry, the chaos lady. You can hear the eye rolling. You're not even sure if this creature has eyes, but you can hear the eye rolling. So you took off your
Now,
ring. You don't want to talk.
I do. I
Do you
want
want
to
to
extend
join the
you
dark
a
side?
courtesy.
You want
No,
to come
I
over
want
to
to
us?
extend you a courtesy that wasn't extended to me or any of my compatriots. You
Oh.
will cease targeting those around us,
Uh-huh.
and I will make sure that when I kill you and your boss and everybody who's ever spoken to them, I make it quick.
Oh,
You're
Whoa.
adorable. Look at
oh
you,
my
so
god.
cute. Oh, we say no thank you.
Okay. In that case, I will make it very slow, very painful. And in fact, I've got friends who can probably bring you back, so I can do it several times.
Excellent. I look forward to that. Oh, and also ditto, by the way. Not as in the offer, as in slow and painful for you and your friends.
I'm ready to experience this. What are you waiting for? Or are you all talk?
Oh, don't you worry. We got plans a coming. There's nothing you can do to stop us. Try as you might.
We haven't tried all that hard, and we've already disrupted several of them.
Or is that what we want you to do?
I suppose that's for the brains to decide.
Probably. You're just the muscle, aren't you? And you're not so good at it. I heard one of your friends got killed. You didn't do a
Didn't
great job
stick, did
protecting
it?
her, did ya?
Didn't stick, did it?
No, well, second time's charm.
Final warning. You target anybody who is not directly involved in what's going on, and as I said, it will be very slow. It will be very painful, and there will be no one left standing.
Well, here's a final warning for you. Stop poking your nose where it doesn't belong. Because not only will you suffer for it, but your friends and your family and everyone you know, everyone you've ever met, everyone in this bar will be punished, will be killed, and then will be brought back to act as our slaves.
Been a pleasant
Have a
discussion.
good one. Bye.
He finishes his beer and he puts the ring back on. And as he steps up, he gets out of his chair. He just, in a swinging arc, probably cuts the chair that was opposite him in half. I assume the thing's already gone, but Hal's just pissed. And then he flips Jack like 2 gold coins for the chair and just says, "Sorry about that."
Jack's just like, it's okay. I understand you're upset about Dimble. It's well, thanks for the gold. We'll get a new chair.
I'm going to be out of town for a bit. You might want to hire an extra bouncer while I'm gone.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
And yeah,
Thanks,
I'll
Jim.
just gonna quietly exit the front door, walk out of the alleyway, and just start heading back towards, I guess, Cassandra's.
Okay. Alrighty.
Damn.
Mm.
Anything else anyone wants to do before I teleport us to Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, process that. No. Okay.
If there's like spare time, Eva will spend a little bit of time trying to like brush up on the like high class, like how to act as a noble, like just to kind of brush that up a bit and be ready for the character. Like she doesn't not prepare.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes sense. And I think she would probably have a pretty good understanding from having interacted with the Apaches, and then you know what books to read, you know what to look at to kind of get
Yeah.
your manners brushed up, you know how to use your flatware, all that kind of thing. Who the ranks in that they have in Baldur's Gate in terms of nobility and that type of thing. And because you have said that you've done that, we will give you let's call it advantage on dealing with nobles when it comes
Okay.
to kind of like manners and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Thank you. I will make a note of that. Somewhere.
I'm making note of it too.
The group of you get together. You meet back up at Cassandra's home. She takes you to a place outside of the city because obviously you cannot teleport within Waterdeep. And
Alright.
you are.
Alright.
Sorry, go ahead.
So what's the plan? What am I
Oh, that's
doing?
a good point. Yeah, Turnip doesn't know what's going on.
So I think you're going to Baldur's Gate to establish some trading links. I think the best settlement was that I'm your wife. It asks the fewest questions. It just makes sense. I know the size difference is there, but what the fuck, deal with it. I'm having to deal with this too, so we'll make the best of what we have.
Alright.
This is like Christmas.
So, like, what kind of noble person you want me to do? You want me to do like the one I did in the clothing shop? Because I don't really like to retread characters.
No, I think this one should be pretty personable.
I feel like you want me to be friendly and stuff.
Yeah, we
No,
need to.
like
Sorry, go on.
like noble friendly, like a sort of like you want to be liked, but you don't like people. Sort of, I'm thinking like you want to establish yourself there and make connections, but you don't actually care about them.
So you want me to be fake nice?
Yes.
The whole time Cora was giving that description, Hal just kind of like slowly looks over at Cassandra.
I think she's real nice. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah. What
What y'all
have
want me
they
to look
given
like?
us? Oh, sorry, go on.
What y'all want me to look like?
You
Probably just like a handsome human in your your 30s, 40s.
You want me to be round or thin?
Like you take care of yourself, but you live a life of luxury. So like soft around the edges, but not but thin-ish.
All right.
Counterpoint.
Like you don't do any actual
Perhaps
labor.
you shouldn't change your appearance via magic too much, in case we end up having to go places that are warded against magic.
Oh,
that might be for the better. Yeah.
You're so smart.
Yes. Oh, also, there's still small invisible things following us.
What, like at what
Delightful.
now? What?
That's the big bombshell to drop. Further information, please.
Oh well, let's finish the whole. How should Turnip look? Should we cut his
Okay.
hair or?
Yeah, maybe like try and
the hell you gonna touch my hair? No, I've been growing this
just
out since I was 12.
fair. Just tidy him up a bit.
Cut it.
Let's just
Yeah,
make
I
him.
think we could.
Sorry.
Turnip, if you don't mind, could I style your hair? I'm not going to cut it. Just make it look really nice.
It really looks pretty nice.
Make it look more regal. It looks lovely on you, but we need
Plus,
to.
I wear this. I point to the chaperone I wear. It's the little head where I wear.
I think we need you to just look like. How do I put this? Fashionable for your station.
All right, you want me to look rich? Fine. All right. I want to use the hat to give myself very nice looking
Problem
clothing.
is, we're gonna have nice clothing delivered, but Hal made a good point. If you change your appearance too much, then if we go anywhere that we can't use magic, that's gonna disappear.
So I'm gonna have to wear them clothes for real.
You're gonna have to wear them clothes for real. I'm gonna have to pretend to be your wife. We're all making sacrifices.
Them shit's itchy.
Oh, I know, but think of your method acting.
Yeah, you're on stage.
All right, fine. Well, am I getting changed here?
I think there'll be stuff ready for us at Baldur's Gate.
All right, let's hurry up. Let's go.
Okay. What have they prepared for us in the way of like a cover story? Like what have they got for us in paperwork? Because obviously that's what we'll work from.
So Cassandra tells you, I have I've secured a home for you. It has a teleportation circle in the cellar, so you will be able to teleport to Baldur's Gate, and from Baldur's Gate, although to get to Waterdeep, obviously you'll have to teleport just outside of the city.
Okay.
I have also arranged for one of my friends to introduce you into society there.
Okay. And our
Me.
cover story as nobles?
I have not given you a cover story. You can create one yourself.
Okay.
Lady Seraphine Veilthorn is my dear friend, and she will be the one introducing you into society. She is aware that you are acting as agents, I suppose is the best way of putting it. She's aware that you are not nobles, but will be need to be introduced as such. So she is somewhat in on the plan, though I have not filled her in on everything. I just thought it was probably best, as she will be the one to. You can speak more freely to her and ask her for certain introductions, and you don't have to beat around the bush. Tell her what you need; she will help you get there.
Okay. And we have credentials that people can check.
All you shall need is Lady Seraphine's word, and she
Okay.
shall serve as credentials. She
Understood.
is a upstanding member of the nobility there, and is quite a powerful lady in her own right. With her on your side, you won't have any trouble passing, unless you do something foolish.
I hope not to. Okay. So yeah, cover story. We're trying to arrange trading links. I don't know what you want to be trading. Like fabric worked as a discussion earlier. I don't know what works. What can be traded between the two cities. I've never been there.
I
I've
think
barely left this one.
we can figure it out when we get there. We're burning
Okay.
daylight.
True.
Yeah, so I think you
Okay.
can establish your cover story. It's probably best not to lock yourself in too much. That way
Sure.
you can adjust as necessary once you arrive.
Okay.
All right, Miss Cassandra, do it up.
Takes you outside of the city. Turnip comes with. He says,
You mean
"I'll come
Tuck?
with you, Sandra. That way you don't have to not turn up now. Now I'm confused. I'm getting them backwards again."
It's Big Tuck. That's Big Tuck.
Comes with Big Tuck comes with.
I
He says,
understand we look really alike and everything.
"I don't want Miss Cassandra to walk home alone."
It's in the
No,
afternoon, but sure, I guess.
no,
It's a
that's probably
dangerous
wise.
world out there.
Also, if any of you have people that you care about in this city who aren't aware of what's going on or are protected, I suggest you send a message to them before we leave. Conversation did not go well with the invisible entity.
Right, we did not get more detail on that. What the hell?
Oh, one more thing. Miss Eva, do you still have that grimoire that we stole from Rage Chaser?
I think I do.
Perhaps we give that to Miss Cassandra. I think she would stand to gain from it more than us.
Yeah, sure. Or at least she can contain it somewhere safe. I'll give her all the documents. Got the ledgers and all of that.
Yeah, she takes the items and she says she's got a tiny chest, and when she opens it up, a large chest appears, and she puts the items inside the large chest, closes the tiny chest, and the big chest vanishes.
Is there a mask in there? Can I peek?
Yeah, I'd like to peek as well.
Make me, let's call it perception checks.
God damn, I love I love reliable talent.
Mm-hmm.
Cora, you can't see anything. You don't see if there's a mask in there or not. She closes it too quickly.
Okay.
Eva catches Cora's eye and just gives like a subtle nod.
Yes. I'm not saying anything.
And while they're doing that, Hal's just like, I figure I used to hear stories of wizards killing each other over spells, so perhaps you can bolster your retinue of spells from that book. I don't know if it's true.
She has taken the grimoire and she says, I will look it over and learn these spells, though many of them are very dark. And you
Well,
kind
in
of see her
fairness,
like shudder.
he also didn't get to use any, so I don't know if there's anything good in it. It might just be dancing lights or something.
She says, I can feel the evil radiating from this. It is an unpleasant book. But I will see what I can learn. If nothing else, I might be able to learn how to counter some of these.
That would be useful information.
She takes you outside of the city before anyone can do anything else, and you get transported to Baldur's Gate because I have been trying to get you here for an hour and a half.
Damn it.
You were so worried about
Who-
getting these letters
yeah.
prepared, and I was like,
Yeah.
we can make this last all session
Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
want.
Who
We
had
can just hang
a-
around at Water.
You
Who had
misunderstood.
Who had an hour and 25 in the sweepstakes of how long we could keep her from getting us to Baldur's Gate? Because congratulations,
Yeah,
you
right.
won.
Oh,
I
man.
think you underestimate how much we could just chat.
I know. I'm like trying to make sure. I mean, I love that you guys roleplay. It's awesome. And I'm just trying to make sure that sessions are focused. So actually, that's something. Do let me know if you're feeling like we're spending too much time in the chit chat and you'd like me to push things along a little bit quicker. Send me a message. Or if you're happy with it the way it is, then that's fine. But do sort of message if you feel like things are getting a little bit too slow.
Yeah, I personally like having the character stuff. Like I'm a-okay with that. I feel like sometimes we
yeah.
kind of skipped past that too quickly a little bit in the campaign. So yeah, maybe it's a thing we can kind of
I'll
balance
even
out.
throw in too when it's other people chat. Like even if I'm not involved, it's like a podcast. It's fantastic. I'm happy to
Yeah.
sit here and listen. It's so nice.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Plus,
awesome.
how else are
That's
we
good
supposed to
know.
learn about Turnip's weird warlock powers?
Yeah, I know. We need to
He's never
corner
going to
Turnip
tell us.
more.
We gotta,
Maybe
we
one
gotta
day.
glean it from stories.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe that's why I'm urging you guys along a little bit.
Oh, true.
All right, so here we are at Baldur's Gate. It is 9:30. This is a time for us to take a break. I need more coffee and my breakfast. So let's take 10 here and we will pick up with you guys arriving at your new home in Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Oh my
Sounds
God,
good.
fun. Okay.
See you all in 10 minutes.
All right, and welcome back, everybody. We took a little longer than our 10 minutes because we got to Googling our own names, which don't do.
Hmm.
You learn some terrible things, like someone among you may be a serial killer. All right, so we have just finally gotten out of Waterdeep. You were went outside with Cassandra. You were taken to a teleportation circle, or just outside, probably of the city. She doesn't need a teleportation circle, and you have been teleported. You find yourselves in a cellar, as promised. It's a nice enough cellar, as cellars go. There is a sort of stone floor. The teleportation circle is quite subtle here. It is woven into the stones on the floor, woven into, you know what I mean,
Mm.
so that it looks a little bit more like a pattern and less like a teleportation circle. Someone coming down here, if you put a couple of crates over parts of it, you wouldn't be able to tell that's an actual teleportation circle, which is probably the idea.
Okay.
The good news is the cellar seems to be stocked.
Yay.
There are wine bottles, there are kegs, there are all kinds of things. It looks as though this home is prepared to be hosting people. And when you head upstairs and out the door, you find yourselves in quite a lovely house. This is a large house. It's fit for a noble person. There are some servants kicking around. Actually, no, there wouldn't be. There are no servants kicking around, um, but they can be hired if necessary. They're just Cassandra doesn't really have any servants that she really trusts in the city, and she wasn't sure if you guys would want. Actually, maybe she would talk about with you guys about this. Do you want a servant in the house?
It
I
would
mean, in my
be
heart,
useful.
yes, but realistically, well, it would be useful, but I don't. It's kind of sensitive what we're doing here.
It would have to be someone we could trust.
Yeah, and we don't have anyone like that yet. So I'd say for now, probably not, which is unfortunate because Cora
Mm.
would definitely want one.
I just say we're new
Well,
to the city,
Mm.
so we're getting everything squared away.
Mm.
yeah, there you go. So, and if you guys do want to hire someone, you can maybe find someone you trust, and you guys can choose to do that, and it will be on, Cassandra and Lady Silverhand's dime. As is this beautiful house you're staying in. You each have your own room.
Nice.
There's a sitting room where you can entertain guests. There's a more informal, kind of relaxing rec room kind of idea. There's a fully stocked kitchen. There's a dining room. It's a big enough dining room that you could host even a small dining party if you so wished, if you wanted to be the ones hosting. And there are a couple of letters that have already arrived for you.
Where are my
And this is about
clothes?
Ooh.
Oh,
Hmm.
yes, of course. So in each of the rooms, there is a wardrobe full of clothes. So like Tucker, your room would have the clothes for you.
Turnip.
There's
Turnip.
Eva, there's yours with your special undergarments that you have ordered. And everyone has something that is appropriate for the role that they are about to play.
Okay.
The first one is a note from Cassandra.
Mm.
This just reinforces Hal's suspicion that Cassandra's not Cassandra. We just spoke with her. She was literally
I
right
know.
here.
I was gonna say, just ignore the fact I wasn't expecting things to go quite the way they did this morning, and so I had this kind of planned, and then it's been weird because you just saw her. But imagine
Mm.
she left you some extra information.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Hal's
And
suspicion
then
rising.
this is the other letter that has arrived.
Damn, look at all those titles.
Should we burn these after?
I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything
There's nothing
compromising in them.
I mean, I would
Yes.
burn the one from Cassandra just because it raises too many eyebrows.
Or I could keep it safe. I'll like keep it away from.
I can make a copy in shorthand in another
Yeah,
language and then burn the original.
sure, that would work too.
I'm gonna go get dressed.
Oh my god, yes, everyone go get dressed.
Imagine it's literally just like a sash that Hal puts on. He's like, all right, done.
Good to go.
Maybe a stupid hat.
I've taken some screen caps and put them in the Discord.
Thank you. I'm also going to put them in the note.
There is they are in the journal as well if you need them. They are in your handout section. Crappy handout section, but the note from Cassandra is under your missives, and the letter from Lady Veilthorn is just under your handouts section. Great.
Have we been given some extra money to do this to actually look official? Because Eva does not have enough money to be a noble in this town.
Yes, so you will be operating as most nobles do on a tab kind of system. That will be paid by Lady Silver. Excuse me, by Lady Silverhand and by Lady Cassandra.
Okay. So if we do have
Okay,
to
so
like
hear me out.
do the
We
thing, we
solve
can
this
actually.
super quickly.
Mhm.
Why don't we solve this in like 2-3 days and then just say it took a month and then just like live here? Just to be really sure that it's done, you know?
Hal probably reads through the letter from Lady Veilthorn and goes, what is the Autumn Circle? Does anybody know what that is? Are they important?
Would I know what that is? I'm from close by.
You can roll me a history check if you like.
Can I cast guidance?
Yeah, sure.
Beautiful. I feel it's been so long since I've hit that little. Ooh, 18.
Nice. You have heard of them. They are an exclusive dining society.
Yeah.
Basically, they get together and they host dinner parties. It's called a circle because they all take turns hosting at each other's houses, or each person in the circle takes turns hosting. It is part of a very high echelon. It's a little bit exclusive. So of course all the nobles want in. And a lot of probably the reason you know about it, Cora, is it's probably come up in a lot of your journalism type thing because there's a lot of decisions that kind of get made behind the scenes here. It's a lot of powerful people. It's a lot of people with political sway. And while it is an informal setting and while there's no votes that are taken or anything like that, conversation happens over the dinner table and maybe side deals are struck or opinions are changed, and so it has a lot of political clout even though it's technically just a group that gets together for dinner.
Ooh, okay. So we really want to get in there. I mean, we are in there. That's phenomenal. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's excellent. I'll explain that to the group if Hal asks what that is, or when Hal asks what that is. So we want to go for all sorts of reasons. One, blah blah blah, important to the mission. I hear the dinners are phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that's worth doing. When is God's Day in relation to now?
Oh, sorry. God's Day. I meant to take that out. That was part of ChatGPT.
Hallucinating, sure.
It'll be in 2 days' time.
Right. Copy. Thank you.
probably worth going ahead of time to establish yourself so that you get an invite. But you've got 2
Yeah.
days to get that done.
Okay.
I come out of my room with fancy clothes and a bun.
Oh, you look.
Eva will go and find her clothes too. Sorry.
Oh, Turnip, you look so handsome. Oh, we probably
like-
shouldn't call you. I mean, we're not going to call you Turnip, I assume. It's a lovely moniker for you, but I don't think it suits his character.
I don't know what. I don't know what my name then. I ain't gonna use my real name.
Oh, well, what do you want to be called?
Well, I don't know. Aloysius.
Okay.
Oh.
Just to make it real confusing for Kirsty.
No, because then Kirsty will start calling him Turnip.
I may or may not be writing this down.
I mean, she already called me Tucker a couple times already.
But I mean, I feel like Aloysius is fun. It's the right amount of snooty. It's memorable.
Can anybody here spell Aloysius? Because he needs to be able to write it on paper.
I can write it down. If I figure out how to spell it.
I may have written down how it sounds.
You literally picked the hardest name to spell, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's what Google is telling me. Oh, it means famous battle in Old Germanic.
All right, guys. So
Yeah, after a little bit of them having a conversation, Eva will come down in the new like dress thing, like armored dress thing.
do you have that moment on the stairs where you like pause for a second and then come walking down and as everyone watches you?
Probably, yeah. She's feeling very weird because she's not worn anything fancy in several years. Especially nothing. She's never worn anything fancy with armor in it as well.
Several years. Try your whole life.
Oh, the two
God,
of you look so.
this itchy as hell, man.
No. The
I
two
don't
of you
like.
look so nice.
I don't like this neck thing either.
No, I know. Here, well, you've got it too tight. Here, come here. I'll fix it. I'll just go over and I'll adjust him. Okay, both of you look fantastic. I should go change too. All right, I'll be right back. Don't rip out of your clothes. I mean, unless I get back. I'll scoot out to go get changed. I assume I just have like nice but not too fancy.
Yeah, you would sort of be dressed in but certainly like much better than a serving staff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nice, proper, probably a little buttoned up for Cora, but you know,
yeah, I'm too concealed.
something business formal.
Yeah.
And there is a selection of clothes for you all as well. They're obviously not expected to wear the same clothes every day. She's Cassandra has thought of that and made sure that you have a wardrobe to be outfitted with. Yeah, so all dressed up, where do you guys go? You've got the opportunity to spend some time walking around the city. You can go to Lady Silverthorn. You can go to the gambling hall. What is your choice?
I've never been this far south.
Does Eva want a fake name too?
I mean, probably for the best.
We should probably. Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna be Aloysius. Well, that's not technically how you spell it. Aloysius. It's fucking Latin, man. I hate that.
Yeah, old Germanic.
I'll be Aloysius Gorgonzola. How about that?
Isn't Gorgonzola a type of tea?
Is it?
Yes,
I think
darling.
you killed Nick.
Wasn't prepared for the Gorgonzola.
I wasn't prepared for the gorgonzola.
I thought it sounded fancy, but
Lord Gorgonzola has certainly a thing.
well, let me tell you, I used to have a friend. Well, I didn't used to. He's still around. They still around. I was friends with a guy named Cheeseman. So
I mean,
it's not too like silly or nothing.
no, but I'm torn because I'm half really into it because it's hilarious, but I also don't think we should be hilarious.
Really hilarious. I don't know. I just thought it sounded
It's
fancy.
just- It does. It's a very fancy cheese.
I didn't know it was cheese. All right.
I don't know. Eva, what do you want to go by?
I'm trying to think. Of a. I mean, yeah, that would give us an easy tell. I'm trying to think of what would be a good name.
And should Hal and I have fake names as well?
Yeah, you could, if you want to. Might get a little
Yeah,
confusing,
I
but
mean, I actually, you know what? I have higher odds of running into someone I've actually met before here, so it might be best if I go by my name.
okay.
And it's believable that I got a job as an assistant. That's not
Okay.
strange. So I think it's a fair enough cover story. I moved north, got a job.
I think I'll just go by Maria. It worked before. It's a name I have so many different ones
Is
I
it
could
your
go
real
with,
name?
but no, it's not.
What family name we going with? Because we rich and all that, so we really got to have a family name.
Mm.
And y'all don't want that cheese name, so
Okay.
Gazpacho.
This
I'm just gonna
much.
drop this in out here.
what about O'Shaughnessy?
Ali wishes O'Shaughnessy. Holy shit, that flows. Ali wishes O'Shaughnessy. If they can say it 5 times fast, do they become a noble as well?
Yeah, I know fancy people really like them long names. It makes them sound more fancy.
Oh, don't I know it?
All right, we the O'Shaughnessy's then.
Lady
Okay, and
Maria
how are we
O'Shaughnessy.
spelling that?
Okay.
I'm writing this down. Cora's got like her notes out. As I'm taking notes, so is she.
See, it's funny because there's an O'Shaughnessy family in Yokun too. They're really nice.
Oh.
Okay, and
Yeah, these horse breeders.
Oh, there you go.
Eva, you did some training. What is the proper title for you to be addressed by? Are you guys Lord and Lady, or is it something else?
I don't know if we have anything set up, but yeah, I mean, Lord and Lady would work.
Because
I don't
as your
have any
bodyguard, I
hierarchy.
will not be addressing you guys by name.
Yeah. Like
Oh, my
sir and
lord and my
ma'am, I
lady.
guess, as
Ooh.
bodyguard. Like,
Okay.
yeah, it
I
seem
guess
like
just
sir
my
and
lord
ma'am
and
would
my
be
lady.
appropriate. Oh yeah, or my lord and my lady. Yeah, yeah.
All right. This is gonna be so fun. I'm already enjoying this way more than I've enjoyed most things the past few weeks. Okay. So, my lord, my lady, where to now?
So when was the auction?
The auction was in.
There's
2 days' time.
no. Oh, it's in 2 days' time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, because it doesn't specify the thing on the letter from Cassandra.
Also,
2 days hence.
I'm so excited to buy stupid shit at the auction. She said to spend money, so let's get some stupid shit. I mean, stupid things.
Sure.
No language. Oh, God, this is going to be difficult.
We should get some
No, it
art.
won't.
Hal's just like looking around the building. We should get some art.
Yeah, we should
Yes.
probably
Oh, while we're here, we
establish
should get
it.
oil paintings commissioned of the two of you. That could be so
Oh,
fun.
God.
What's more noble than having like a really gaudy painting of yourself on the wall?
Yeah,
Two of you
certainly
on a
establish
wall.
us. Yeah, like we should definitely get like some staff for the place and get it like padded out. Maybe we're us just going straight to Lady Velthorn to like introduce ourselves and like, although she does want to see us in 2 days' time, doesn't she? I don't know if it's worth going to see her before then.
It's probably. I mean, it's probably best we let it. We give it a skinny on the situation and all that instead of at the party where other people or the auction where other people are just listening in. Now, I'll go there myself if you want me to. I'd be less
I
what's that? Uh,
Inconspicuous.
yeah, that word.
The thing is, dressed as you are and dressed as I am, we don't go anywhere on our own now, because that would be conspicuous on its own. You're a lord of leisure.
Yes.
You have staff that attend you.
You two should also walk around like you belong everywhere you go, right?
I
That
think
would be a
we should
first.
go make ourselves known in the city, whether that be go to a play or go to the arenas and watch a fight or whatever
Let's
rich
go
people
to a
do, we should
play.
do.
Let's make Kirsty write a one-man play and perform.
Also, not important at all, but I'm dying to know what are the house colors.
Oh, that's a good question. You tell me.
I don't know. I'm not the one wearing the house color clothing, so
You
Go
probably
on,
yourself
Lord and
is
Lady.
probably the house color.
Yeah, you probably have like a tabard or something of the house colors.
I'm not the head of the house. Head of the house, what are the colors?
Let's do
Yeah.
orange and black.
But
Black.
like a dark orange, like a really sort of
Like an autumn orange, or is it like a
yes,
blaze
like a nice.
orange? Like a Holland orange?
What are we talking? Because I love a burnt orange.
See, I don't know what them colors are. I just know what orange is, and black's always slimming. So that's
That's
pretty
true. Let's
good.
go with like a burnt sort of umber,
Sure,
like a
whatever you
dark
say.
orange.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
All
Like
right.
I said, no pertinence on anything, but I had to know.
Mhm.
These are important questions.
No, it's important.
So I just want to be clear because ChatGPT did me a dirty. So the letter from Lady Veilthorn does not indicate a date. You can go and see her
Okay.
at any time. I meant to take out that whole God's Day stuff.
Right.
And
Okay.
I didn't. The other letter is with the information about the auction. The auction will be held in 2 days' time. You will have to establish yourselves before then in order to get an invitation to the auction.
Okay. Then I
Okay, so we
suggest
should
we go to
almost
Lady
certainly
Veilthorn
go
first.
see.
Yeah.
Yes, and I am dying to meet her. And she knows. So sorry to go over this. She knows that we're a cover story. She doesn't know why we're here, but she knows that we're sort of faking it, right? She knows the what, but not the why.
Are you asking me or are you asking the players?
I don't know.
So I will confirm that. Sorry, I'm like, she's using her Cora voice, but that sounds like a DM question. She is aware of who you are. She's aware that you are here under an assumed identity. She's aware that you work for or with Lady Cassandra, and she is aware that this is basically cover for you. But she is unaware of what your specific mission is. She is unaware of your real identity. She only knows that you are going to be using assumed identities.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Basically, Cassandra was like, the less you know, the better. I have some
Yeah.
people, I need to introduce them to society, and they are very good friends. And so she's just acting on trust.
Okay. So we don't discuss any details or people with her, but we give her, we can make requests of things. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's
All
go.
right.
Try and get a carriage to hers or something.
All right, Cora, you's gonna have to lead us around the city. I ain't never been here. I ain't never been this far south before.
Yeah, well,
I
also, I should lead you around anyway because you two
hmm,
should not be doing your own work.
I
So,
do not
uh,
think that
I
walking
mean,
is the option here.
no, I will do my job and I'll go get this carriage. And oh my god, this is
All
so
right.
fun.
All right. You
Um,
hire a hackney. You find it quite easy, Cora. You probably know how to do it if
oh
you've
yeah.
never had to do it before. But you are able to secure travel for the four of you. It's quite simple. You just, go out on the street, you speak to a young urchin boy who comes back with a hackney for you in moments time. And they're aware of where the Veilthorn estate is. So all you have to do is just let them know where you want to go, hop on in, and you find yourselves transported through Baldur's Gate. For those of you who have not been in Baldur's Gate before, and maybe as a refresher for those of you who have, Baldur's Gate is one of the largest cities on the Sword Coast. It is probably second only to Waterdeep in terms of size and importance. It is a crowded city. It is uh, probably the most uh, influential merchant city on the coast. It's they have a huge harbor here where ships come in and out of, much like Waterdeep. They're also a little bit further south, so they've got some closer connections to some of the other important cities around. They're very close to Alturiel, for example, and Scornable. Um, and so Baldur's Gate is just this bustling, thriving metropolis. The other thing is, unlike Waterdeep, which is very much got a very sort of strict class system, that still exists in Baldur's Gate, but it's a little bit more possible to work your way into power here because of the merchants and the mercenaries that are such a huge part of the city. So, someone who grows up poor, as long as you make enough money, you are able to have more of an influence in the city. Whereas in Waterdeep, it's a little bit more the noble ruling class rules over everyone else. Um, so, slightly different vibe here in Baldur's Gate. Um, Very big military town, so you're going to see a lot of people dressed in armor, dressed with their armaments on, with their weapons, and you'll also notice that a lot of them bear the symbol of the Flaming Fist. The Flaming Fist is definitely the largest mercenary group on the Sword Coast, and possibly one of the larger ones in the world here. Um, it is based out of Baldur's Gate. The main, um, the head, the main military organization is here, but there are outposts all over the coast. Flaming Fists are known for their loyalty to the coin. If they take coin from you, they will do the job, and their kind of whole pride is that once they've accepted coin from you, they won't turn and go to the other side. Not that it doesn't happen, but it's very, very frowned upon by the organization. So they've got a very good reputation, generally known for being good fighters. And because it's such a large guild, they have a broad range of fighters. Anything from, you know, just people who will fling themselves into battle and are basically cannon fodder, all the way up to some really great heroes who have extreme expertise in their fields. And they also not only do they use just strict martial tactics, but they've also got some like battle mages and that kind of people in their ranks as well. So there's not a lot of crime here, or at least not a lot of overt crime because it gets stopped hella quick. Although um, if you want to say like the alignment of the city is a little bit more neutral, but anything overt is going to get stopped pretty fast here. They're also pretty open to outsiders, to different races here. While it is a predominantly human city, you will see a bunch of other races here, and they're not really looked at differently as they would be in other parts of the world. Lots of people may have served with lizard folk, so there might even be some lizard folk within the city, which would be unusual and maybe even scary to other people in different regions. Here, it's a little bit different. So you will see some like even monstrous races moving through the city a little bit more freely than you would see elsewhere.
Oh,
Um, yeah. So I guess that's kind of the basic background of the city. As you guys go through it, you do notice a lot, like I said, a lot of the military type um, bearing of a lot of the people. You see a lot of uniforms, lots of those flaming fist symbols, and you head towards the upper part of the city, which is the fanciest part of the city. And the estate that you are brought to is it almost feels like it's in its own world. The Veilthorn estate is huge. There is quite a large garden surrounding it. It doesn't really feel like it fits in a city, and yet here we are. Part of it is probably done by magic. You suspect that the actual plot of land that it sits on is not as large as this appears. There's probably some when you go through the gates and are brought up to the front door. It's a shorter trip than the driveway looks. And so, any of you with an intelligence over probably, or probably would be wisdom, I would say, over about 12, would kind of notice that there's some timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff going on here.
this is fun.
And when you come up to the gate, there is staff that come and open the doors for you. They ask you your names, and you are brought through into a lovely garden. I should also say that the outside in the city, it was kind of a little bit overcast. It seems to have suddenly got sunny and a lovely, bright, cheery day when you walked into the grounds. And you're brought out into a back garden and invited to take some time wandering around in the garden, and that the lady would be with you shortly.
What was Hal's name again?
Veilthorn?
Hal
No, what?
decided to keep it real easy. His name's Alphonse. He just goes by Al.
Oh,
But I'm Aloysius.
Yes. But nobody ever
we can
addresses
keep it
you as
simple.
Al.
No.
That would be like
Oh.
hand losing.
All right.
I know I feel left out that I don't have a fake name. Oh.
Would you like one?
No, I might know. I mean, I'm not going to know people here in this part of the city, but I've been here a fair amount. There's not a small. I mean, I probably won't, but I don't want to run into someone I know and be going by a fake name.
Makes sense.
Yes, unfortunately. Ugh. Oh well, I'll live vicariously through you all.
Once we're like out and being escorted in, Eva like tries to get back into the habit of like walking the like higher society walk that she's so used to, that she's kind of tried to forget to do.
Like you've got a
The
stick
like
up your ass.
yeah, the much like higher class walk that's kind of expected of her in her station at the Apache, that she's tried to forget.
Before we go into this, do we want to set up our little mental phone call?
Yeah, I can do that.
Drop the group chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, group chat enabled. Eva, you probably find between all of the armored corset that you're wearing and the length and weight of the skirts, you're probably finding that you're sort of forced into that walk.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
had
not a choice; it's just
unfortunately
doing
wearing
it. Yeah.
a skirt once, and it's you have no choice.
Mm.
Navigating anything in a corset is a journey.
Yes, you cannot bend the same way.
I am walking as normal.
Turnip's walking as
If
normal.
once we have this,
Okay.
like, I'm gonna be like, no, no, stand up a bit straighter. Sorry, put your shoulders back.
Okay, so you guys are, like I said, you have a few moments to wander the city, wander the garden before the lady of the house appears. When she does, sorry, I thought I had put the picture on, but I didn't, so I'm just uploading it now. There we go. When she does appear, she is, well, I'll let the picture kind of speak for itself. I love this picture.
Oh wow.
She's an older lady,
Oh, wow.
and everything about her just screams dignity and class, with a little bit of snob. And she, when she sees you, she moves forward. She is a fairly small lady, she's quite thin, and not very tall. Eva, she's probably only a little bit taller than you are.
Mm.
But she moves. She's one of these people that just no action is wasted when she moves. She moves with extreme efficiency and quickness. There is an intelligence to her eyes, and they are bright and sparkling, and you know she's got a wit about her. And everything about her wardrobe and her hair and her jewelry, everything is perfectly in place. Everything is, there's not a single hair on her clothing. There's every strand of her hair is firmly tied up in this elaborate updo. And she's just one of those people who just presents herself beautifully at all times. And she moves through the garden in the exact manner, Eva, that you have been trying to emulate.
Mm.
She does it without really much of a thought. There's just everything about her says, "I am upper class." And she moves forward to the group of you, and she speaks to Turnip and Eva first. And she says, "Good morning. I'm so pleased that you are able to attend. Please have a seat in the garden. Let us get to know one another. I am, of course, Lady Silvervale."
Veilthorn? Veilthorn.
Veilthorn. Veilthorn.
Silverhand Billborn.
Madam?
I'm so. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise, very nice to meet you. Sorry, did you want me in character at this point, or can I just keep talking like I normally do?
Some level of character would be helpful. This
It
is
would be
a
best
good
if
place
you
to start.
yourself, as
We
I will
could
be
give you
introducing
over.
society.
All
You
right, so
can speak.
y'all want me in character now, right?
That is
Mhm.
correct.
Yes.
All right, give me a second. Y'all keep talking.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, here we go.
By what name should I refer to you, my dear? She says towards Eva.
My name is Maria, and my partner here is Aloysius.
Aloysius O'Shaughnessy, my dear.
She looks like slightly taken aback,
I,
and then she says,
I sort of like, I look down, close my eyes, and just like concentrate. And I immediately lead with that.
"Oh yes, that will do quite nicely. It is a pleasure."
It is a massive pleasure to meet you yourself, my dear. And I take her hand and I very gently give her a peck
She
on her hand.
smiles and she says, "Yes, you'll do quite nicely. Lovely." And she looks at Maria and says, "I don't suppose you have any way of refining your accent in such a way?"
I'm afraid not.
"Right, well, perhaps just less said the better then."
It
Seen
is
but
of
not heard.
little.
Okay, I guess I can do that.
It would be of little importance. My darling, let's just say my darling wife came from the middle class. She
Oh,
enchanted me with her skills
I'm
variously.
Perfect.
Yes, very well. I think that will work quite nicely. And your compatriots here, I assume they also have their own identities that they have taken upon themselves?
Well, except this one over here. As I sort of like finger waggle over towards Cora. She chose as her being familiar with this city. She established herself to go by her normal name.
I see. I suppose that is a good choice, just in case you are encountered by anyone you
Yes,
know.
recognize. We understand, darling.
And what name will you be going by, my dear? This is to Cora. She doesn't know your name.
Oh, did I go by a full real name or I guess
Just Cora.
Cora
uh,
will be fine. Cora will be
Cora.
just fine. She is just the help.
Yes, of course. You will be the assistant, then I assume.
Yes.
And this one, I assume,
This
bodyguard.
large meat mountain of a man will be. What's your name again? Sorry, Chris. I forgot. What was it again?
Al. It's like
Just
Hal, but without the H.
Alfonso? Oh, yeah, Alfonso. And this large meat mountain of a man will be my personal bodyguard, Alfonso III.
Yes, good choice. I can't imagine him doing anything else. Well, maybe a thing or two.
Hal's
So,
probably real struggling to
mad
be like the
respect.
bodyguard. He's just letting his eyes wander. He's looking for like birds and butterflies in the conservatory.
Hal, can you
I
please
must
give
say, I apologize for interrupting you, dear, but I say I am rather parched. Shall we break for tea momentarily?
Such an insult. It's fantastic.
please do sit down. I'll have some brought out in the garden. I do enjoy the sunshine, and
Oh, you are
I
the
wasn't
best.
so
You
hard on
are the
creative
absolute
today.
best.
Hal, perception check from you, please. And it is she takes there's a little bell that is convenient nearby. She takes a little ring, and tea comes out and cucumber sandwiches because that's the fanciest thing that I can think of when someone has tea. It's cucumber sandwiches.
Mm.
Why? I think it's important to being earnest. There's that whole scene about cucumber sandwiches.
Mhm.
Anyway,
I was gonna say
yeah,
my eyes are not like I know we're supposed to trust her and we do, but I also I want to keep a real close eye on her and try to get a read on her.
sure. Would you like to give me an insight check?
I would love to.
Hal, as you're
Ugh.
scanning around, you don't see anything suspicious here. The garden is buzzing. You do see the odd guard walking past, but quite a distance away, which you would expect in a place like this. It seems like quite a secure estate. Cora, with your insight check, she's a little bit difficult to read.
Mhm.
She does, as she's made very apparent, she's obviously aware that these are not your real identities. She hasn't asked any uncomfortable questions at this point. She's mostly just sort of said, like, what's the story I'm going with here?
Okay.
And she's she's a little bit snobbish, but you kind of get the vibe that that's more just her general way of being rather than that she's looking down upon you or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't help it. She's raised
And
like this.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And she says, very well. Well, and she is, as the tea is being served, she sort of says, I have been asked by my dear friend, Lady Cassandra, to invite you into our society. Sorry, I gotta get my queen voice back. To introduce you back into our society. I will leave it up to you as to how you would like to broach the topic. You can certainly be invited into one of our dinner parties, or we can invite you to a larger event if you would prefer something larger scale, or if there's something or someone specific you would like to know, I can make those arrangements as well. I am leaving my schedule open to you.
Oh, you are an absolute dear,
There, you're too
my Lady
kind.
Valthorn. Yeah, I think we shall start with the dinner party. Start small, shall we? Get our introductions into the city.
Very well. Is there anyone or any type of person you are most particularly interested in being introduced to?
Well, I'm not from around here, neither are my compatriots, except that one. Hmm. So you'll have to make a recommend. We shall follow your recommendations.
Very well. I shall arrange
There
a
is
dinner
one
party
name.
for. Yes, go ahead,
I
my
will.
dear.
Um. There is one name we're trying to investigate specifically.
Yes, who
And
is
I
that?
want to. Do you know a McKimro, Rimzu McKimro?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you say it again?
You're gonna have to speak,
Oh, sorry, I was.
Cora.
Do you
You.
know? Oh,
What did I tell you about projecting yourself?
right. Apologies, my lord. My lady, do you know a Rimzu McKimro?
I am not certain that that name rings a bell, but if you wish
All
him
right.
to receive an invite, that can certainly happen.
Probably for the
Maybe.
best if they don't at this point.
Yes. Yes. Not yet. Well, thank you, though.
No problem. I shall see what I can find out about this person.
And Miss Lady Valethorn, you must understand the Lady Cassandra wants to ensure your utmost safety, so we apologize if you are being left out of everything that's been going on that or may transpire.
It is my desire also that I'm left out of anything that could be potentially unsavory. I have a reputation and a life to protect.
As do the O'Shaughnessy's.
With regards to establishing a reputation and a life here, would you be able to put us in contact with someone so we can actually bulk out our mansion we've been provided with? At the moment, there's no staff. There's just us.
Oh dear, how do you get on without any staff? Of course, my housekeeper can set you up with some recommendations. I shall have them sent to your house. Would this afternoon work?
Yes, I'm sure that would. I don't think
Oh,
we have
you're
any other
amazing.
plans.
That would be wonderful.
I'll send you over a selection of people who my housekeeper deems appropriate, and you may select from there.
Thank you. That would be
Oh my God, we're
helpful.
gonna have like an America's Next Top Model later of just being like, okay, this one, okay, this one, and what do you bring to the table?
Hmm. Um,
Very well. Well, my suggestion to you is tomorrow night, why don't I host an intimate dinner party with some of my closest friends? And we shall invite you and have a bit of a get to know who's who of Baldur's Gate. It will be a chance for you to meet some people in some different circles, and from there, if you wish to have personal introductions to any of them, we can branch out from there. And if you do discover any names in the meantime that you wish to invite, do let me know, and I'll make sure they get added to the list.
Yeah, sounds wonderful. Now I must ask the unsavory question. Whatever is my occupation?
Oh, I
Have we
see.
decided?
um,
What do I
the
peddle?
intention was to be establishing trade routes, like the cover story was to be establishing some kind of trade route with the city.
You'll have to be more specific, my dear
Yes,
Maria.
exactly. That was what I was going to
I
say,
voted
my dear.
fish the last time.
I feel like fish is maybe a bit below your station.
Seafood imports and exports.
There is certainly a demand for exotic cooking ingredients. Spices, fish, anything
Ex-
unique from other places.
exotic seafood from Chalt, wherever that is.
I'm gonna jump into everyone's brain too and be like, there was weird movement of spices from Chalt too, so that could be a good move to look into that.
Yeah, actually, that could be useful.
A spice trade, exotic foods.
Agree about
Oh,
exotic
well, in that
foods.
case, I know just the people to introduce you to tomorrow evening.
Yes, I shall. Oh, dear Cora will have to remind me of all the wonders of Chalt, as I am unfortunately ignorant at this very moment of that place. I can't even place it on a map.
I will
Oh,
amend that, my lord.
Have no fear. You don't need to know where the place is. You just know that you have enough money to get ships there and back. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
Excellent. Well, you can expect an invitation for tomorrow evening. Do keep your card free.
I
We
shall
certainly
be.
shall.
We shall be counting the minutes.
Oh, lovely. Well, I look forward to seeing you there then. Is there anything else I can assist you with before you depart for the rest of your day?
Yes. Can we wrap some of this up? I'm kind of hungry at the moment.
Certainly, I shall have my housekeeper package you up some of these delicious cucumber sandwiches.
Wonderful, wonderful. That tastes magnificent. Compliments to the chef.
I shall pass that along.
I adore
And
Turnip so much.
with that, you sort of find yourselves somehow standing by your carriage with, and Cora, you are holding a package of cucumber sandwiches. It's all
Hell
very
yes.
polite and fast, and yet you just kind of get the feeling that she was finished with you, and so here you are. But you don't, it not in an upsetting way, just in a sort of like this is the way that she gets rid of people when she's done with them.
Mhm.
Yeah, you are back in your hackney, and I guess the question is where to next? Are you going to go home and eat the rest of those sandwiches, or would you like to go somewhere else in the city?
Nonsense. I shall be eating them inside the carriage.
So where do we want to head? Where do we want to head? I mean, I don't know the super upscale parts of the city.
Yeah, I don't know the city at all, so I don't know how we start investigating.
I know the best dive bars. But that's about it.
I mean, you do have the gambling hall to go to if that's
Right. Oh, that could be fun. Let's go there. I mean, where do you want to
Gambling.
go, my lord?
With what
Gambling
money?
hall?
With the money that we're being supplied with. Remember, we just sort of have a infinite funds.
I
So
wouldn't
nobility
push
here
it
sort
Plan
of
I
to
owe you?
infinite.
well, sort of nobility here sort of operates on a. They understand that you're rich, and so they don't ask you for the money because it's assumed you have it. So you sort of play with money you may not physically have on you, and then it's just sort of taken off a tab or whatever.
Oh, how wonderful must it be to actually be rich.
I don't know. You've had to wear this clothes all the time. Well, I think the old lady was trying to get you out of your clothes.
So you say that to Al?
Oh yes, Al. Sorry. I think she liked you.
Most people do. I'm very charming.
That's extremely true. Actually, I really don't blame her. Okay, let's go gamble.
Oh, I think I turned on. Hang on, let me turn off the dynamic lighting so you can actually see something. Did that work? Can you see the map?
Mm-hmm.
I
Excellent.
see
Yes.
slots.
Suspiciously
We're gonna
modern
go-
casino.
We're gonna go spin some slots.
This is called halfling luck. Oh my god.
Is this
Okay.
the-
Having luck.
Okay. I thought that was in 2 days' time and we had to earn our invitation to there.
We want to make
That's
ourselves known here first. Throw money around, right?
Right.
Yeah, so you it's been suggested you throw some money around here to get the invitation to the auction.
Right, okay.
In the meantime, you've got a little bit of a gambling hall kind of thing. It is a little bit modern. I apologize for that. The old-fashioned ones, the maps I just liked this map, to be honest.
That's fair.
And I think a lot of it, like the roulette tables and the card tables, probably wouldn't be that different.
Where's the
Maybe
lobster
not
buffet?
completely.
I know what I paid for.
The place, for all that it is a gambling hall, is very much an upper class establishment. It's one of those things where like all the chairs are leather, like there's just those little touches that kind of bump it up into something a little bit fancier. There are some magical slot machines over here. There are, of course, the billiards, and there are sort of tables here that are hosting
card
some
tables.
gambling games. Yeah, card tables and dice games, that kind of thing. And then there is an upstairs where you can see that there are some, there is presumably some more gambling stuff, but that is roped off by a velvet rope. And my notes. Go. Behind the bar, there is a half elf woman, and she's serving drinks, and doing the general bartending type stuff. At the rope over in here, and in order to get in, there's a couple of bouncers. So just at the very front door here, you actually see a knight. He is dressed in full plate armor.
Mhm.
And you recognize the symbol. He's got a symbol on his plate armor that is the symbol of Elturiel, but it has been scratched off, like
Oh.
marked off. And then the person guarding the rope here is a female half ogre. She's wearing a crimson vest, and it looks almost as big as Hal. Sitting at the table are a bunch of sitting at the tables down here. There are a bunch of sort of patrons, as well as some of the staff that are dealers.
Right.
When he sees you, the knight doesn't say anything. He just opens the door and holds it for you so that you can go in. It seems as though your clothing and demeanor is enough to allow you entrance.
Prior to, sorry,
go ahead.
I was going to say, prior to like arriving here, like in the Hackney, Eva would have like gotten out her disguise kit from her pack, and like set herself up with some more kind of like higher class looking makeup, just like make herself look like she is actually out on a like high class evening out with her husband, sort of thing. Like puts her hair up,
Yep.
makes herself more presentable than maybe she was.
Okay, sounds good. Eva goes from day to night in her makeup look.
Through the mental link of, you know how many times I've tried to break in here when I was younger? God, I'm so sad to go in.
Well, now they're letting us into the front door.
I know. Moving up in the world.
Cora, can you please make me a history check? And I'm going to give you advantage from this because you were familiar with Baldur's Gate.
Oh, yes. History. A 10.
Okay, so you kind of know what the average person knows about this place, which is that it's a gambling hall. Surprise.
What?
It is, I know, shock. It is it's pretty much exclusively for people of money. It's not somewhere where anyone else could really afford to go. There is a stage where they host entertainment, and apparently the entertainment here is quite good, but you've never been you've never been of the class that would be permitted inside of this kind of place.
Oh, God, yeah. I imagine there was like drunk teenage antics of like trying to lie your way in and never being allowed in.
Yeah. Exactly. And the bouncer has changed over the years, but the attitude has not.
Yeah.
I would like to imagine there's a board somewhere with like pictures of this person is banned, and they're all younger Cora in various disguises.
For sure. Like a shitty fake mustache.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. Eva will like do the like lock arms with Turnip in the style of like being his arm candy, and try and like sell the thing as grudgingly as she does as we go in. She's not happy doing this, but she's going to do it right.
I'm thrilled.
Okay.
Hal just wants to scan as we walk in, like weapons and armor and stuff. Pretty much just the guards and like the bartender kind of deal.
Give me a perception check, please.
Sure. not good at those. I probably should, have not dumped wisdom, but it is what it is. And there's a 7 for you. Went down from the
So,
last one.
so overtly, what you can see sort of scanning around is that the bouncers are obviously armed. Although the half orc here looks more like you see like the knuckles and the swelling on the knuckles and things, and like those are boxer's hands. So you suspect that she doesn't really require anything, although she's got a club that looks like sort of like a billy club kind of thing hung off of her belt, but you suspect she doesn't really need it. Her fists are probably as good, if not better.
You don't say.
Behind the bar, you don't see any weapons out in the open, although it might make sense that they had something behind the bar. In terms of the patrons, a few weapons here and there. A lot of them look to be kind of the bejeweled things that you wear more as a status symbol than a weapon that you are actually used to using. A lot of like jeweled eating daggers and that kind of thing. Nothing that gives you a ton of concern.
That's all I cared about.
As you guys walk in, there is a dealer, a dragonborn with a bronze dragonborn, and she sort of looks at you guys as you're approaching, saying, "Game's just opened up. Would you like to play? Come on over. We've got a room for 2 more."
What kind of game? Is it like a card game?
It is a card game, yes.
No, thank you at the moment. Right now, I am feeling like Dragon's Dice. Clackety, 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 clack.
Very well. Well, best of luck to you, sir. If you change your mind, we've got Worm's Wager over here. We're more than happy to accommodate you.
Oh,
Then
you're
she
just a daisy. Cora, be a dear and fetch us some drinks. We shall be where the dice games are.
Right away,
Come
my lord.
along now, dear.
I'll go get them some drinks.
Okay. You go and get them some drinks. You hope you got their order right. The woman behind the bar, she takes your order quickly and efficiently, and you basically ream off your list of orders, and they are sort of appear in front of you, lickety split. And before you know it, you're off and serving your drinks to your master.
Excellent. Listen, this is Cora's having fun. I'm into this.
Turnip, you do see there is a dice table that is free if you wish to play, or if you just wish to sort of watch the goings on. That's perfectly acceptable as well.
Oh no, Turnip's he's gonna shoot some craps.
Okay. Yeah. So you head on over to a craps table, and there is a gnome who's standing there kind of handling the game. You notice he's got a necklace around his neck that is a rabbit's foot. And he's like I said, he sort of smiles at you. "Come on up, step all right up, sir. Come on up. We've got all kinds of games for you. You up for a game of craps? Want to try your luck against mine?" And he taps his little rabbit foot.
Is this the am I right to presume this is the Dragon's Dice table?
That's correct. Step right up, sir.
Then I shall consider myself a patron. What do you think,
Excellent.
dear?
Yes, that sounds good.
All right.
All right, well, we're going to start low. This is a 1 GP per round pay in, 3 GP payout.
1.
You wish to go a little bit higher, sir? We could go for a 10 GP buy-in if you want to raise the odds a little bit.
Nonsense. Let's begin with 50.
Very well, 50 it is.
Put it on my tab. the family name of O'Shaughnessy.
Very well, sir. 50 GP, we got a high roller in the house. Let's get things going. You start to play. And I do have, if you want to roll some dice, I do have some gambling games pulled up if you want to give them a try. Or we can just do...
We don't have much time left. Let's just do like a quick, like a sleight
That
of hand or
Fun.
something.
Go ahead and do it. It's fun.
There's only 4
Yeah.
minutes left before we have to end.
Yeah, so why not take the 4 minutes? We're not going to do anything else. Play.
All right. Clack, 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 clack. Let's go.
Okay, so we've got, do you want to play In Between, Matchmaker, or Gambler's Brigade?
I don't know. Pick one, bro. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what you...
Choose one.
You ain't speaking English to me right now. Just...
All right, here we go.
Let's pick one, random.
All right, we're going to do Matchmaker. So house rolls 2d6, player rolls 1d12. If you match my die, you win.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to roll my 1d12.
Wait, was it 2d6 or 1d12?
You roll 2d6 and you got to match
I thought
my
you said
die.
house rolls 2d6 and we roll one. That's what you said initially.
12.
Oh, house rolls 2d6, player rolls 1d12. Hang on. Okay, I'll roll my 2d6. Hang on. 2d6. I will roll it properly. 7.
All right, I'll take my die. I'll bring it up to Eva's mouth.
She will do her diligence as the arm candy and kiss it and try and kind of influence, like try and sleight of hand influence the dice more in our favor.
Okay,
Like-
awesome. So let's get your roll, and Eva, if you roll above a 12, you can add up to 3 or take away up to 3 on the roll.
On a sleight of hand check, or
Yeah.
Okay, because
I'll do
I
it.
can't get below a 20 presently.
Okay, not a problem. So you can adjust the roll by 3
Okay.
in either direction.
I
Ah,
lost.
fuck's sake! Yeah, we're down by 3. We get close. I mean that's how you feather the nest. You let them think that you're having fun. Just keep going.
All right,
I
let's
can
do
roll.
best 2 out of 3. I'm gonna roll again.
Sure.
Mhm. And again, I'll influence.
8.
I almost got off the
That's
Fuck's
one
funny.
each
sake,
time.
Chang. Oh well.
You know, if I were doing weapon damage, it'd be just
You'd be
great
doing
right now.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
great weapon
It'd be
damage.
wonderful.
Come on, Chang, you got this.
9. There you go.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
I make it
nice.
match.
I can match it.
So you win you lose the first 2, you win the third one, you kind of starting to get a hang for it. The gnome says, looks like your lady friends there is pretty lucky after all.
Yeah.
Tell
That's
me
why
what
I married her.
Eva laughs along with that. Does the
I
like
pat her hand with
slightly
my-
shrill social laugh.
I pat her hand that's
Mhm.
wrapped around my arm.
Mhm.
Okay.
The gnome just sort of like smiles and is just like, oh god, but pulls himself together. And he
I
says,
must say, where are my drinks? Cora! There.
I assume
Where
this is when I walk
is
up
that
to them.
woman? Was that you?
I'll approach with the tray of them or whatever.
Oh,
so here you are.
wonderful. That only took you 25 years.
I'm still learning every day, and I'll give them the drinks.
As
My
you
lord, my
are.
lady. And then I'll
Yeah.
step back out of the way and just be quiet. And I
Okay.
want to just watch the room.
Great, allow the gambling to continue. Cora, you do notice that
Yeah.
Turnip is drawing some attention, and it's not long before a half-elf drow woman steps into the room as she's speaking with one of the staff, and they're kind of indicating over towards Turnip. And she steps forward. She is wearing like a spider-themed dress It's black and it's got sort of like spider webs also in black kind of embroidered upon it. And she's got long white hair that extends past her waist. She is wearing a sapphire necklace with a spider at the center of it. And she is holding a glass of blood red wine. And she comes towards you and she says, "Sir, I believe perhaps you might be more entertained in our more elite gambling suite. Would you care to follow me?"
I'll say before, like as she's walking up, Al just interposes himself between her and Turnip and puts a hand out and looks over his shoulder at Turnip.
Okay, she pauses. She allows it.
It's all quite all right. I'll pat his bicep. It's quite all right, Alfonso.
He
This
puts
is
his hand
this
down
is
and steps to the
clearly
side.
a leader of class, meant to speak with me.
You are most kind to say so. My name is Marvella Duskrin. I am the owner of this establishment.
Enchanté. I do the same thing. I give her
Can you take
give
her
her a
hand?
peck on the hand.
She smiles at you and she offers her hand to Eva as well, and says, "It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Yeah, Eva
Please,
will.
follow? Sorry,
Sorry.
I'm keep stepping on you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Eva will like do the noble like handshake, the woman to woman handshake. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head, but I'm sure Eva would know. Like the
A very
greeting.
limp
Yes.
finger, only touching the fingertips.
Yeah,
It's like the
fingers
dainty fingertips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when you like both of you when you touch her skin, she's like just got like ice cold hands,
Mm.
and painted long red nails. And she says, "Please, people of your class should perhaps come upstairs and join us in the more elite rooms. Please to follow me."
No mind if I do. I'll drink to
Mhm.
that. Turnip will sip
Can
and
I? Can I
some people,
incite
some of you.
her? Sorry, but
No, go ahead. Insight.
I was gonna say, can I incite her like her motives on that? Like, I get the impression that this is above board.
Yeah, go ahead, give me an insight check.
Okay.
I was gonna say, can I do the same? Just kind of hanging back. Like I feel like she's just like, oh, high spender, so I'll spend more upstairs. But
Yeah.
I'm on high alert anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice roll, Eva. Nice roll, Cora. Yeah, so she's clearly a person of high importance in this casino, possibly even the owner.
Mhm.
In fact, Cora, you would probably know that she is the owner. I think a drow business owner would be known. So she is the proprietress of the Halfling Luck, and you know that it's changed hands. But she kept the name. And yes, it would make sense. And both of you, her motives seem to be get the high roller up to where the big money is and take all his money up there.
Mm-hmm.
She is very polite as she leads you up the stairs to the fancy schmancy gambling area. And that is where you see people who are. That's where you see like stacks of cash, like stacks of chips that are just on tables, and it's more money than you would see in a year that is stacked just on a gambling table. Kind of crazy. And that, I guess, is where we will save game, and we will pick up next time with you guys schmoozing with the rich and famous.
Fantastic.
This is incredible. Turnip, incredible.
Oh, you'll notice when he takes a drink, he kind of like his lip trembles.
Oh, he's doing
Aw.
so good.
He doesn't drink.
They're like,
I think you've maybe seen him drink like an ale, like a
Yeah.
regular old tavern ale once.
but not like the whatever fancy martini I brought you.
No type of liquor, nothing. He's very
The
his
extremely
water.
obnoxious laugh is so good. It's going to get you so much attention.
Yeah.
I try my best.
It's so funny.
I'm so glad that Chang chose a character where he gets to just like be all these different people.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's such a good bit. Giving him the hat of disguise is the best thing we ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now that I have tongues, comprehend languages, speak with animals, I can just. I'm Mr.
Oh my god, you can
Worldwide.
do it
Call me
all.
Pitbull.
Oh no.
Mr.
Oh
305.
my god. Oh my god.
Perfect.
Incredible.
All
I'm only
right.
a little
Well,
bit better that we're in a halfling luck place and I can't do
Mm.
anything. It's
I know. I was like gambling how Cora's gonna love this, and like, or she's gonna hate it.
Mhm.
it's gonna be like I have to play the role of the servant, but like a gambling house that is named after luck is right up her alley.
That she tried to get into during her misspent youth.
Oh my
Yep.
god, yeah, she probably tried to get in here numerous times. Weekend trip to the city and just try to do stupid shit all weekend for sure.
Right? Okay, guys.
Alright.
Well, we will call it here.
Okay.
We're playing next weekend as normal.
No,
No,
sorry.
next weekend
Oh, no,
As
is
if
you're
you
not.
oh, haha.
That's right.
Sorry.
I've got a thing, and you have a thing. So,
Oh yeah,
It'll
it's
be
all
a
your
Discworld.
fault, not me.
week,
Yeah.
Yes,
but we
it'll
are
be the
on the
Discworld one
12th,
shot.
Back on the 12th.
right?
The 12th, yes,
Yes.
I will be, should be back as normal. I mentioned to Kirsty, and I'll bring it up early, at the end of August, I'm going to be away for 3 weeks.
Jeez. Oh.
Yep, and
The
It's
worst.
the
I know,
last
I'm
time
so
I
sorry,
invite
but it's,
Shauna to a campaign.
Yeah.
In August? You said
sorry.
in August?
Yeah.
Bro, you're gonna miss my birthday. What's wrong with you?
Oh, when's your birthday?
Oh wow, I never told you that. It's August 18th.
Oh my god,
Awesome.
After years of
August
knowing you
18th.
people.
I know.
Yeah.
We get little dribs and drabs about Chang every once in a while.
Mm.
I'm a very private person. I don't really.
That's
I
Okay.
know.
I will close the stream here. Bye.
You